Episode.
Because, well, my phone.
Yes, he did.
Whose phone? Is that you making noise?
No, it's the intro.
Oh, that's the intro music?
Yeah,
You're on a podcast right now.
it's about to get real.
It just used to be Jim with a triangle. It's just banging the shit out of it.
This is Mark Bell's PowerCast, sponsored by PowerMagazine.com, HowMuchYouBench.net, and BSN, makers of NO Explode. Look for BSN products at bodybuilding.com. Alongside Silent Mike and Jim McD, here's your host, Mark Bell.
If it was really professional, I would have done levels on everybody before we got started. So,
Well, we'd have a skinnier announcer guy if this was a real fucking podcast.
Yeah, he was real fat.
He's obesity through the mouth.
Yeah.
All the great Ed McMahon was not as slim.
no.
All the
That's
great
true.
announcers are fat? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah.
Baritone is the word we're looking for.
There's skinny guys with baritone. What about CT?
Yeah, he used to be fat though.
Yeah,
Joe
that's
Buck.
true.
Yeah.
So his vocal cords grew when he was fat.
Does that happen?
I don't know. It's like bulking for bodybuilding.
Yeah. If you're
except
fat and you're like all clogged up in here, do you get a deeper voice?
Your dick gets small and your
Yeah.
larynx gets...
some of those opera guys,
Bigger.
right? They're fat, right?
yeah, they're huge.
Sometimes they're chubs, right?
What about Botticelli?
I don't know. What is he?
Wow.
Put that in your
Wow.
pipe and smoke it. I'm cultured.
Wow.
you're like yogurt.
Never-
That's
never
not
heard
the
of
blind guy, is it?
That's the blind guy.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't see. Yeah.
Blind and
That's the guy
fat.
that he's blind, fat, and can sing like a motherfucker.
Jesus Christ. God damn. That's like a superpower.
Kind of.
He's actually thinner because he keeps
Yeah, he's
grabbing a
not-
fork to eat his gelato.
He's not super fat. God, I love gelato.
Did you have any in New York?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
we
And
did.
Yeah.
Italy?
Italy? Okay.
Yeah.
Little Italy?
No, like Italy. It's like an
Italy.
Italian market
That's
inside
actually,
of a.
It's right by our house, by the Flatiron.
That sounds
yeah.
fat.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, right by the Flatiron.
really fat.
No, it was
Sounds
amazing. You
fat.
walk in. We had a $100 espresso in there. Me and Jim.
Yeah, I saw that you guys
Fucking
did that.
amazing.
Yeah, it was awesome.
So, Drew, we're here with Drew Canavero and Krissy Mae. Drew, why aren't we friends on social media? What is wrong with you? We're real life friends. Let's just point that out first.
I just assumed that the Skynet-esque capabilities of Facebook, that it would have been able to,
You think Skynet's been fully realized?
Oh, basically. Have you seen Ex Machina?
I have.
We're there.
I haven't seen
man.
it yet.
Oh,
I
it's
heard
great.
it's really good.
Oh, it's
Oh,
great.
that's the robot chick that fucks somebody. Or
Robo
something?
boner.
Robo.
And I realized that moment that when we do have that technology, I will.
It's
You will robo bone her.
is it like
Oh,
Hey, now.
See, that's a fat man joke.
oh,
No, I'm just saying.
oh, that's a good joke.
You're not fat.
Fat guys tend to be funny too. There's another fact about fat
See?
guys.
There you go.
They have to be.
Can you? Yeah.
They got to make up for all that fatness.
Do you think it's possible that you can be real life friends and online acquaintances?
Yeah,
We talked about this today in the
Oh,
car.
there we go.
I have so many friends who are so dear to me in person who I hate on the internet.
Oh, we talk about that too sometimes.
Krissy Mae, you hate people? Why?
Only on the internet.
Oh, okay. The interwebs.
Yeah. And
Okay.
and the interwebs.
So it's like not real hate.
right. It's
Okay.
just internet. It's inner hate.
Internet bullying.
It's
is what it sounds
internet.
like.
Inner hate.
I just realized that I didn't realize that I didn't follow some of you when I tried to.
Who's some of you? Who are you?
I think it was everyone.
I got to say that, and I think I speak
Well, good,
for
because I
everybody
blocked
here.
you.
This is hurtful. This is really hurtful. And do you follow Krissy Mae Cagney?
All four of her
I
accounts.
do. I do.
I do.
I don't understand how Instagram prioritizes your feed. So there are times when I realize that I haven't seen anything from my girlfriend for a long time, and then I have to actually go to her account and like things. Otherwise, I think she
No
assumes-
nookie. Otherwise, no nookie.
Well,
He's on a 24-hour blowjob ban. Hold it, pal.
that's
Blowjob dance?
Ban. Oh. What's a blowjob dance? I want one.
I don't know. It's like, yeah, that sounds awesome.
a
you have
mouth
to go to the
moratorium.
champagne room for that?
A mouth more. There will
Show
be no
us-
drilling of her mouth. For
Show
a
us the
certain period of time.
blowjob. Does it involve helicoptering?
I'm
Like-
sure Drew can come up with a blowjob dance.
Do you have a propeller, Drew?
like the meat spin.
Yeah, meat spin.
Does everyone
Meat spin.
does everyone know their high score on meat spin?
No, I told Mark I don't think he's been to meat spin though.
700 is mine.
Wow.
Do you not know what meatspin is?
Wow.
It's basically a website where you go and you watch a very well-endowed man's dick just go in circles.
How have you not been on this website?
Each revolution counts as one.
I think you actually made the website. You're faking right now.
She's the inventor.
So you have to just watch it?
Yeah, it's basically like who could endure watching a man's penis
It just
go in
spins.
circles.
It just
over
spins.
and over and
Yes.
over.
And I think
there's music.
And 700, that was 700 hours of you
No,
watching.
just 700 rotations.
Oh. RPMs.
How long does it take?
Wieners
you to get
per
to
minute.
700
Yeah.
rotations?
Did you just not want to watch him, or did you get bored?
No, I was going to head, pun intended,
With whom?
with somebody else.
Who?
I fucking don't remember.
I thought
Call
you were
him out.
going. I thought you were going head to head with the video.
Tip to tip.
Tip
Tip
to
to
tip
tip with the
standing
video.
there in front of
Basically,
the-
I tried to keep pace as long as I could,
Yeah.
and then I.
It's like a hula hoop.
How long is this video?
Kind of.
It just
it's
goes.
forever.
It
It's
just goes
infinite.
indefinitely.
We don't know.
Until you click out of it. It's just that.
And that's just the website.
That's the entire website. Google it right now.
Yeah.
What's the last thing you Googled, Krissy?
Oh, God.
Pull it up.
Let's go.
This might be another porn on the airplane moment.
I've tried to I've tried to teach people that
There it is. There it is.
Oh.
Whoa.
See? 700.
Oh, God.
Whoa.
700.
Second, wait.
I forgot that it was she-male.
You forgot.
I just zeroed in on the penis.
Hey now.
None of the extraneous.
Her face is amazing.
700 is my score. You are at like 50,
You're
it says
officially
you are
gay, it says.
Yes.
And I think it keeps prompting you with other.
That's fascinating.
I'm confused because it's like a G-string shadow
Yes.
or a tan line.
Yes.
But then that's
Accepting the
Because it
she-male.
looks
This
like a
is.
lady.
but where
This is tangent. I kind of find
but
ordinarily.
where's the she-male? That's just a butthole, right?
No, I think we can extrapolate that is probably a she-male.
It looks like a girl with a wiener.
Yeah.
It does, yeah, but I don't know.
I will tell you that.
But wouldn't being a girl mean that you have a pussy? Like officially, wouldn't you need a vagina?
See, sex is biological. Gender is a social
Gender's a
construct.
social
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks, Bruce.
I don't know what
Jenner.
any of that means.
grab Krissy,
Grab her
grab
nipples.
that and turn it over.
Turn.
Oh yeah.
It got a little bit low.
Whoa, hey now.
And now you can tilt it towards your mouth a little bit.
Whoa, hey now.
Blow them up. It's like what we like to say.
So circling back, I didn't
understand.
realize that Facebook didn't automatically know
Yes.
that I was friends with you guys in real life, and I tried to tag you in something, and I realized I
Wait,
didn't.
you weren't friends on Facebook or?
Instagram, because I remember
Instagram.
Instagram is a
weird.
fairly new thing for me, only in the past 18
We're just
months
gonna
or
let this
so.
run in the background.
You might be able to beat
Forever.
my high score.
Just tap.
Yeah, a new high score. Yeah.
I think you guys appreciate now how long I had to be committed to that.
Yeah,
Dude,
we're only at-
700. We're at like 200 right
Yeah,
now.
or less.
So
Well, Joseph.
So you thought that somebody automatically would have went in and friended us because we're real life people, real life.
Does
friends.
someone own Instagram?
Facebook tells me that
Facebook
other,
owns Instagram.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that makes sense.
Facebook tells me that other people are nearby. Someone
That's
who I
weird,
don't even
isn't it?
know on Facebook, it alerted me that they
So
were
you're-
safe during the first
You're banking
Nepalese
on the
earthquake.
artificial intelligence.
I'm
So-
getting that on the
Skynet.
second one. I don't understand. That.
I assumed that maybe because our phones had been in proximity to one another, they had bumped robot dicks.
They would have made it on Instagram.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
it would have known instinctively that I was friends with you. That then I had to go through the really and I have to send them a friend request.
Don't you kind of feel like a loser when you look at your friends thing and you realize that you didn't follow them? You're like,
Oh, man. Ooh, wow, that's,
I'm a real piece of shit. I gotta follow this guy.
basically, and then there's no really discreet way to go about it.
But there's some people you
either.
have to follow and you don't even want to. Like Mark posts some funny things here and there. He might be worth following, blah, blah, blah. But there's some people you have to follow and you really don't want to. I don't think I follow my own sister.
It's very political.
Wow.
Yeah.
He doesn't get along
That's
with his
fucked
sister
up.
Yeah.
that well on social media.
Yeah, I
It's
don't know.
very political, the whole thing.
I think my
how you
mom
make a
follows me.
post
It
and-
is political.
It is political.
Social media politics
what about
101.
this, Krissy Mae, when you have a day where you don't have a whole lot to fucking post about? How miserable is that?
It's awesome. I love it. Oh, no Instagram?
You got nothing. You got nothing to talk about. Yeah,
I
but you
know.
got to catch up the next day. You're like, fuck, I didn't post anything.
Yeah.
Then
well,
people
between-
think that you died. Like, where did she go?
Between my, what'd you say, 4 accounts.
There was I know
accurate.
3, right? Three? Or is
Well,
it
now
4?
that the gym is open. The gym
Oh,
has its
the
own.
gym.
So
There
now
is
I have
4.
4.
Yeah.
Dang.
So there's usually something to post.
Where is this gym that we're talking about here?
It's in Sparks, Nevada. outside
Sparks, Nevada.
Reno.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's fucking cool.
That's
When
where
does it-
Shields is, isn't it?
Yes.
It's actually right by Shields.
Shields is amazing.
So we're like across the freeway from Shields.
Oh.
There's a Ferris wheel in Shields. I
Yeah.
think
Oh
that's
my god.
It's like a big 5 with a Ferris wheel in there. Are you fucking kidding me,
It's
people?
badass,
Sounds great.
yeah.
When does this place open up?
It's open.
What?
Yeah.
It's open? God damn.
Yeah, it's been open since the website's not done, though. We haven't been actively promoting too much.
You haven't been going too crazy with it yet?
Yeah, we've still got a lot to do, and I'd rather have it be more complete than start trying to shove people in the door.
What's some of the goal with the gym?
What
you trying to do? Take over the world? What do we got going on here?
Well, I'm a USA. I'm going to be a USAPL coach this month, and then USAW as well. So we'll be a USAW USAPL training facility. So the goal is kind of to sanction meets and everything out in the gym.
Oh, cool! You have competitions there. Awesome.
And then the long-term goal is to start a nonprofit to keep addicts, alcoholics sober through fitness and lifting and all that. So that's kind of the long-term goal with the gym. So right now it's just to get members.
Yeah. Just
we got about 70 right now, which isn't bad because we've only been open for 2 weeks, not even. So that's
how many do you want to get to? About 400 or 500, somewhere in that zone. Can you handle that many?
I was thinking 3.
Okay.
Cap it at 3.
You'll be fucked. You'll have 600. You'll be screwed.
And then we'll just need to get a bigger place or a second location. Yeah, I think I want to cap it at 3.
You know what they say? The second that you open the doors and you get everything situated, you need a larger place.
Yeah, that's kind of.
God damn. You already need a bigger place and haven't even really officially opened.
Well, yeah, the other day we had like 20 people in there all at once doing some CrossFit. We're a CrossFit affiliate too.
Yeah. Cool.
And it was pretty crowded in there, I felt. But that our first night open.
I think it's a really really cool idea. You know, you said it could be nonprofit for addicts and stuff like that. You know, with your own addiction, how has fitness helped you?
It's given me something to focus on, that's for sure. I think when I first got sober, I didn't know what I wanted to do because I was in like a weird.
And you were already training before?
Yeah, I've been training a long time, but I tried the CrossFit thing, and then I kind of dabbled in powerlifting, and then I didn't really know what I wanted to do. So when I got sober, I kind of just did the functional fitness / bodybuilding thing for a while, and then moved to New York. And actually, after meeting Drew, is kind of when I got back into.
Stud.
I know. Which is what really inspired me to get back into, you know, trying to be competitive and taking it more seriously and treating myself like an athlete rather than just someone who works out. So yeah,
I remember like maybe a few years ago, you got in shape. Maybe you did a show, like a figure show or something like that?
I tried to do it, and I was the scrawniest girl on the stage because I was afraid of food. And so I tried to do bikini, but it left me with a gnarly eating disorder. So I just diverged from that. But yeah, when did we meet? When did we start dating? Like a year ago?
You know what's funny is that we remember when we met, but not when we officially started dating.
Yeah.
Maybe you didn't have an official date on that. You just kind of started hanging out together.
New Jersey Transit.
We remember when it happened, but I don't remember the day. But yeah, Drew definitely inspired me to kind of respect CrossFit again, first of all, because I used to be that trash talk CrossFit person saying terrible things publicly about CrossFit. And so kind of changed my mind about that and got back into that. And then it was actually you and Jesse that kind of pushed me into the powerlifting world a little bit.
Gave you a little kick in the ass.
Yeah, you guys were like, come on. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely, I think the first year of my sobriety was kind of a bullshit year, but definitely a year ago when I started taking it more seriously, when I started focusing on lifting and taking that more seriously, sobriety got a lot easier.
You think you know, have like just leading a like goal-oriented life kind of helped kind of pull you away from that?
Yeah, absolutely. And something funny too that I never realized until I was speaking at a seminar in New York. It was around Christmas time. When I first started getting into powerlifting, like 3 or 4 years ago, we had powerlifting team on Sundays, and I used to get loaded or drunk every single day. But I remember Saturday nights I wouldn't drink because I wanted to be sober for powerlifting team. That's the only thing that ever kept me wanting to be sober. And I kind of realized that back in December, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Too bad I didn't realize that 3 or 4 years ago.
You probably didn't really realize you had a problem.
Yeah, exactly.
Point,
I didn't.
Right?
I thought I was an addict. I didn't think I was an alcoholic. So how
does someone recognize that they have an issue?
I think for me, I get a lot of people that ask me.
Before they go way way overboard or whatever.
My definition of alcoholism is when it starts to interfere with your life. If you can go out and handle your alcohol and you're not calling people names and making your friends and your family hate you, or it's interfering with your work. If you can go out and responsibly drink, not end up in handcuffs or in the hospital, it's not really a problem. Right. But for me, every time I drank, I was either in jail, in the hospital, or apologizing to people I cared about. So it just got extreme, and at that point I knew I needed to stop.
Now, you two coming together is a pretty cool thing, because I've known Drew for a while. Jim has known him for a while. He's been around Super Training Gym for a while, and it's cool to see you guys come together, and it's cool to see the synergy. It seems to be like all positive, and it seems to be like just that you guys, kind of pick up where the other one kind of leaves off, sort of thing,
So if that isn't true, just totally don't tell us.
Yeah, don't tell us. Yeah, don't tell us.
Pass. I remember when, after Krissy and I had been hanging out, she finally felt comfortable enough to kind of tell me what her initial perceptions were of me, because she stalked my Instagram naturally to kind of get a
pervert.
We talked about this.
To get a good read on me, because that's usually how you can.
So it was all those shirtless pictures.
It was close cropped hair, Wayfarers outdoors doing some back squatting.
Typical fuckboy.
Yeah, she's like the fuckboy fitness. It was like
that'd be a great website.
He
beats the hell out of meatspin.
What are we at right now? Are we still have that pulled up?
Oh,
50, coming up on 1500.
Going on a world record.
Holy hell, doubled my high score.
This is like nobody ever finishes there either. That's the problem.
They might.
It gets to 30,000. It's like
The internet actually breaks at
Explodes,
that point.
yes.
But she fortunately was able to kind of put aside her initial impression and
judgment.
And take me up on my offer to go see an art show, and she learned that I have interests outside
That's
of.
deep.
Yeah.
That's how me and Mark met.
Really?
Art show.
And you've never been to an art show before. Have no interest in art. You're just like, hey, babe, let's go to an art show.
It's kind of like why I took French in high school.
Yeah.
I didn't retain any of it, but I know how to pronounce it. So if there's ever a French menu in front of me, I can sound really cultured and cosmopolitan.
There you go.
Really, the trick is just don't pronounce the last 4 letters. If there's
Right.
only 4 letters in the
You
word, you
swallow
just
the last.
skip over it.
You just swallow the last one.
Exactly.
Oh, they have 4-letter words that are just all silent.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
Exactly. But I think that's really indicative of 2 things. Is one, social media and Instagram has, for all the good that it's done, it's allowed people to connect to one another. It's also kind of engendered this tendency to make these really quick judgments based on limited information, what that person wants to disclose and share with the world.
Yeah, positive and negative.
Exactly. And, IRL, in real life, I turned out to be...
He's teaching as well as
I didn't know what
talking.
that meant until she told me. I was like, is that an Acura model? Earl.
The IRL.
The 3-liter.
It's worse than the IRS.
Yes. And I it was kind of the same for me. Is it's very easy, if you don't know Krissy, to make a very quick snap judgment about who she is, what she values, and where her interests lie. Mm-hmm. And I'm really glad that she kind of put aside her initial fuckboy prejudice.
Look at this fuckboy.
But I think over the past year since being with Krissy, is that to me is the biggest marked difference. Is being willing to put aside what is an initial perception or judgment and make it a real concerted effort to get to know people beyond what is their public persona and image. And I've had the privilege to get to know each one of you guys, before I knew what social media was or how to effectively use it. And, at the risk of getting all squishy and sentimental, I consider each one of you guys, really dear and close friends.
Gay.
That's get
out the Kleenex.
That's worth at least 1,600
lube.
meat spin revolutions right there. And when I tell people about my relationships with each one of you guys, it doesn't usually revolve around lifting. I don't talk about your lifting exploits. I talk about you guys as people and friends. And I think that is more characteristic of a lot of people in the strength and conditioning community, the CrossFit community, regardless, is that while our professions, our livelihoods may be predicated on this one very kind of narrow aspect of our lives and ourselves.
How big my arms are.
Exactly. That's just one dimension of it.
I think it's easy to focus on that stuff at the beginning, like to the exclusion of everything else. But eventually you realize there are common patterns. There isn't that much stuff that's new, and you need other things to talk about. You need a life outside of it.
Right.
Yeah.
Like when you guys were nice enough to let us in your apartment, and I saw your DVD collection, and all it was Rocky, Seinfeld, and Star Wars. I knew we were friends.
Mike tweeted, he's like, just got to Drew's and Krissy's house and looked at their DVD collection. I knew we were best friends.
That's like the only things I like in this world.
I didn't even know people still have DVD players. Fuck.
Yeah.
Ryeface
I haven't had one for 5-6 years.
Yeah, my roommate watches Heat like twice a week.
Hey, how was Drew's underwear? How'd they smell?
Great. I ate them. They were so good I just ate them.
Although I think I may have left some there.
You left underwear?
You know what's funny? We found underwear and didn't know. Whose are these? That underwear I found, I was like, are these yours? You're like, remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Are you being serious?
The camo ones?
Yeah. We have them. They're actually in Ryan's room because I thought they were his.
Those are war pants.
Okay. Well,
that's why they're camouflage.
That's other than the fact that they do not have a fly. That's the best fucking underwear in the world.
That's so funny.
So he wants them back.
That just totally cracked the code because I felt like Drew was wondering, like, who the fuck's underwear are these?
So you got something to tell me?
And I was like, they got to be Ryan's if they're not yours.
They're really stretched out in the front, if you know what I'm saying.
It was like this big mystery of where the panties came from.
God damn.
Mystery solved.
Camo panties.
Close the case.
I'd hang them out front like a flag.
Camo chonies.
We'll hang them from the roof.
Yeah.
The purple inner waistband. Those are.
Oh, I was wearing those yesterday.
Did you like them?
Are those wore them? Are they Reebok? Are those Kaz's?
You've been in Jim's pants?
Oh, because I think I've been wearing Kaz's underwear.
Oh no,
they're
periodically. Your boys are down where his boys were.
I know what you mean. You have been wearing Michael Kaz's.
Found clothing. If it's in there, it's fair game.
Son of a bitch.
I was going to tell you to wear them if they were still there because they're awesome.
Now I will.
Yeah. MeUndies is what they're from, and I want them to sponsor this podcast because
MeUndies.
MeUndies.
One word.
Meat undies.
Meatspin underpants.
That's correct.
Dicktowel.com.
But they're literally
have all kinds of awesome websites.
That's always sunny in Philadelphia. There is a dicktowel.com.
Yeah, you're giving away genius ideas right now.
Oh God, I gotta keep it.
Yeah.
Circle R, circle C.
You gotta be careful, buddy.
Just giving it away. Gold.
So what's happening in New York? You guys fully moved West Coast or about to?
Yeah,
or
what
never?
the fuck? What
are you, coast to coast? What are you, Biggie Smalls?
I'm in Reno. I'm in California. I'm in New York.
I'm in New York.
Well, I have my very overpriced fancy apartment in New York that I'm stuck. You guys saw.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah, I'm stuck there till November 1st.
I'm stuck in Chelsea in my incredibly luxurious apartment until December. Oh, heavy is the head. The yoke of privilege is one that is hard to divest.
I'm stuck in the lease, fucker.
I'm stuck. I'm so tired of this pedestrian life, free of material necessity. It's so mundane.
I don't sound like that.
She does.
That does kind of sound like Krissy.
Exactly
that was
like
pretty
Krissy.
good.
I miss the days of riots and social unrest. It at least disrupted the tedium of my upper middle, my wealthy status.
I remember when I couldn't get cookies delivered 24 hours a day.
Oh, you can't.
Did you get insomnia cookies?
Did you guys get insomnia cookies?
We didn't, but we talked about it a lot.
We talked about it.
Guys, you didn't listen to any of my.
We went to your donuts for sure.
Did you go to the Thai place I told you about?
We never.
We went to lasagna, and I got lasagna. That was good. Yeah, that was good.
Hey, way to not do the stereotypical thing in New York. I got lasagna.
But the place was called lasagna.
That makes it funny.
That is funny.
Yeah, it was an L, it was an A, there was a Z,
and then
there was an E with an accent over it. The letters were all scrambled, but it was very hip.
There were numbers in it too.
Very avant-garde.
Yeah, and that was good. What else did we do? That's about it.
Central Park in the moonlight.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, hey now.
Central Park.
So Drew, you did CrossFit for many years. You're still doing CrossFit, I believe, right?
Yeah, I'm focused on the upcoming grid season, but I still have those hoop dreams. Those CrossFit
on
dreams.
The San Francisco Fire, am I right?
Yes, sir.
Or I don't know what I'm talking about.
No, I'm actually now officially teammates with Beeves and Krissy's
Beaver Crotch. I mean Beaver Fotch.
Yeah.
Team Beaver Fotch.
Team Beaver Fotch.
Colleen Fotch.
Who is Krissy's WC.
She's going to be wringing out her underwear here in a second.
It's Wednesday too.
Oh my God.
Holla.
Does she follow you?
Oh yeah.
You know what's funny about that?
They follow
you.
You
know what's funny about that is to go back to our previous conversation. Colleen does not follow me on social media.
Call her out right now.
She
doesn't listen. But it's all right. Call her out.
It was only after the pro day when she introduced herself to me for the second time after we had already met in Miami for Wadapalooza. I was like, no, Colleen, I know who you are. We've met. We've exchanged words, and
you talked to my girlfriend for 5 hours.
This is, and I was like, this has got to be more embarrassing for you than it is for me. So it's a little bit of hazing, because at that point I had at least some idea that that San Francisco was looking at drafting her. And then after I then kind of called her out on our athlete page, our private athlete page, she sent me then a Facebook friend request. So
things got real.
This is why you never say nice to meet you. Always say nice to see you.
Yeah, nice
because you might have met them before.
Yeah, I was like, wow, all right, I'm already being big time
on your own team.
Yeah, on my own team.
Yeah, that's brutal. When does the Grid League start? When does the season start?
Season starts June 14th at the San Joe's Fit Expo.
San Josie.
San Josie. You guys will be there?
Yeah, we'll
at
be
our
there.
booth, but
nice.
We'll be slanging them slangers.
Slanging them slangers. You gonna roll the Escalade in there?
Maybe.
that would be amazing.
That'd be cool if you
Yeah,
guys
roll
could
it right
it
through.
in.
We got close last time.
Bump music from it.
Yeah.
We should.
Sweet.
So out of the back.
There's a Super Training rap song.
You could just sell stuff out of the back.
Yeah. Make it like a whole gimmick.
That would be fucking awesome.
Just like Tech 9 and Macklemore.
Slanging them right out.
We don't need a record deal.
Girls on bikinis on the roof just fucking chucking hip circles.
Shoot it out with a bazooka or something.
slingshot
awesome.
cannon.
So this has got to happen now.
Yeah.
Slingshot.
People are going to be so disappointed in our booth now once they really see it. Like, it's just you guys.
I heard that you guys were going to have scantily clad women and Escalades and rap music.
Like, oh, it's just you guys. Fuck this.
You guys at a table.
Where's deadlifts and donuts? Donuts and deadlifts. Sorry, I said it backwards, I think.
You fucked it up.
It's okay.
D&D. You know what D&D was when I was a kid?
Dungeons and Dragons.
So good.
So that's why we had to change it, because it was
The
D&D.
D. It's all about the D.
And so we had to change it to DNDL, because we were getting shirts made that said double D on it. And it was great for me. It made sense. But I was getting girls emailing me like, I'm really flat chested and I just don't feel comfortable wearing your shirts. I was like, oh, fuck.
It's an aspirational shirt.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I want to be D&D.
Hashtag goals.
Yeah, it's not about what's going on right now. It's about what could happen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You
So
gotta
we-
want it.
Positivity.
We had to change it to DNDL.
You've been involved in
3,100. Jesus.
Oh, hey now. You've been involved in CrossFit like forever now. So how many years have you been doing it for?
Oh God.
Did you invent it?
Yeah, that was actually
Almost.
That
Oh my
was
God.
that was me on CBS
60 minutes.
looking like I woke up on the wrong side of a pony keg.
Hey now.
Oh my god. Just so you know, we'll probably get in trouble. None of us said that, but we're probably going to get in trouble. So.
We're probably gonna. No, I said it.
Okay.
Drew Canavero.
Okay.
I said it. No, I've got.
You're going to mysteriously get shot in the hamstring in San Jose.
If anyone subsequently watches this, I look like Allen Iverson. I'm wearing a flat build.
Very
Reebok.
similar.
Oh, weird. You
Wearing
look
a
just
flat
like
build
him.
Reebok cap. Basically,
You look
Very
just like
similar.
him.
not a game. Practice.
Talking about practice.
We talk about practice.
He just started doing something. I forgot what it was. Maybe a contest on Twitter
Asking
or
for
something.
money? Oh.
Yeah.
A
out of nowhere.
GoFundMe, an AI GoFundMe.
He needs sneakers.
Something.
Reebok isn't returning my calls.
Poor guy.
About 2007, I was playing rugby at Nevada, and they contracted what was
Short shorts.
Oh yeah,
Paint the picture for us.
I still
Sweat.
have the short shorts.
Oh, yeah, he still wears them.
How's that look?
They don't pass the ball test.
Yeah, they're like canvas.
Well,
See,
he
yeah.
was actually
They go past the ball? What's that mean?
You
Like-
had him on the other day. And
The balls go out over them or
Well,
under them?
anytime I assume like an athletic or bent like crouch position, there's a test.
I'm into it. All right.
Inevitably gonna pop
That's
out.
a good painted picture for me. Thank you.
Now we get it. Continue.
And so the first affiliate owner.
Hot. That is
Great,
hot.
right?
Those are hot pants.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah, those are.
Whoa.
Whoa.
She's so nervous.
I am nervous.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I love
looks
them.
He's got an ass that won't quit.
Yeah, and he wears them with the crop top. It's adorable.
Exactly.
So you're playing rugby,
Right,
2007.
yeah, and I was much bigger then. I was around 225, 230.
That's when he's back on the juice. Okay, all right.
And by
Juice,
juice,
you mean 10 grand
Juice.
slams.
Jumbo.
yeah, getting done bouncing at the wall where I probably kicked Krissy out of it more than a few times. And 3 a.m., to kind of calm your nerves, you need a slice of pecan pie and a grand slam from Denny's.
Oh,
That's-
yeah, of course.
Why not?
Exactly. That's the secret to weight gain. Anyone tells me they can't put on weight, I'm like,
That's the worst when you're at
pecan
Denny's
pie-
at 3 in the morning eating a grand slam.
became-
Those are the worst of times, let's face
it
it.
became the best part of my day.
Oh, my God.
And so I've been coaching since 2008, and I've been competing since 2010, And so in that time span, I've seen a lot of great athletes come and go, and I figure at this point it's just going to be a war of attrition.
So you can hang on the longest.
I'll eventually make it to that next level. I've been to regionals. I'll eventually make it to the games simply because I just refuse to give up.
Refuse to die, or you might just be so old you'll be in like the 70-year-old master class.
Yeah, for me the CrossFit Games is an 11-year plan right now. So I'm looking for that 40 to 44 category. By then, Chad Augustine, he'll be in his 60s, but he'll still probably be fitter than I am.
He'll still probably be whooping everybody's ass.
Yeah, he's an impressive cat.
He's on your team also, right?
Yeah, he makes us look really good.
Yeah, tough son of a bitch.
Yeah, he's very tough.
And the nicest person in the world.
On the planet.
Ever.
Yeah. It's scary.
Oh, yeah, he's very charming.
I don't even know how to act because he's so nice.
Yeah.
Like,
if you don't like Chad Augustine, you're the worst person in the world.
Yeah, you're evil.
I talked about this to someone. If you don't like him, that makes you the worst person in the world. Says a lot about
you, a lot of bad things.
Yeah. Exactly. No, but I've been doing it now for, 8 years or so.
Do you still coach some CrossFit?
Yeah. The plan is to, once Krissy and I are back in the Reno area full time, October, November.
Out of that dump in New York.
Yes, out of a very droll existences in New York.
Humble beginnings.
Yes, started from the top.
Started from the top. Now we're here.
Started from the top and then shifted horizontally.
Yeah, fuck you, Drake.
Yes.
Drake was rich when he was a kid too. What was he talking about? He was a child TV star.
Yeah.
No, I think he's saying he used to be a bottom.
Oh, now,
yes.
Bottom
now I get it.
Sense now.
Yes.
Now I get it.
Started from the bottom of the upper quartile. Every bin has a bottom. Even the 1%, they're still the broke guy. Yeah. You know. But no, I've been doing it now for approaching a decade, and as soon as we relocate full time back to the Reno area, I'll resume coaching with the rest of the coaching. Brian Michelson, and then Matt. Buddy Matt is going to be relocating.
Matt Aiken.
Yeah.
So yeah, 2 Jews and an asthmatic. That's
Come train with us.
Come train with us.
That sounds wonderful. Sounds like progress.
No, you know it is. Yeah, I mean that's the progressive spirit right there. It's amazing that Krissy's able to look past that. You know, but
what were you saying earlier about your favorite filter on Instagram?
Oh, I was talking to someone about
how much time do you spend on an average picture?
On an average picture,
He is a pro.
You getting good at this thing?
You are super good with the photo editing.
No, because
So at first he's like, "Fuck that, that's stupid," and then he's all doing the photo and everything.
What's more
getting
important,
it all dialed in?
The picture taking or the picture editing?
Picture taking.
No.
I think the editing. I can't take a good picture, but I can make a picture look good.
Yeah, every single photo you see in my Instagram
was
taken with me propping up the camera against a shaker bottle on a plyo box.
Yeah.
That's every single
photo. Well, that's videos and stuff. But for example, like taking a picture, I know which way my face needs to be to look the best.
Make your deltoids pop out.
I can't edit my face on, you know what I mean? Like I can angle my face a certain way to make it look good, but then the editing, I
don't take pictures of my face. There's nothing there. That's not what people are interested in.
They're not interested in the moneymaker there.
When you are the uglier counterpart.
Oh, whatever.
In a relationship.
When he's shaved and has his head and his hair all done and he's clean shaven.
So you're saying he's ugly right now?
No, he's way prettier.
That's kind of what she's saying. When he's not hideous.
No, this is how I like him. But sometimes he goes in the bathroom and shaves his face, unfortunately, and then he's way prettier than me.
What else did he do in the bathroom?
Shave my pubes.
Oh, can we talk about when you tried to shave down there and what happened?
I tried to trim, and then it was uneven. It was an uneven patch. And so at that point,
a mohawk?
if you're in for a penny, you're in for a pound. Yeah. So you might as well there's no way I can even this up.
Yeah.
So there was
it looks like there was a fucking forest fire down there, and someone had to put it out.
But there was like patches where there was still hair, and there wasn't, and then there was like hair in weird places.
Weird places.
And I would try, and then I remember trying to blow you, and I just laughed.
Which is always really
good feeling, yeah.
Mid-blowjob, your girlfriend just starts uncontrollably laughing.
I couldn't give a blowjob because it was so funny what happened down there. And then the day that he finally...
What a mess.
Then the day that he finally like cleaned it all up, he was so proud of it.
Poor guy probably can't even get wood anymore.
No, I mean...
That's why he doesn't want to go through that humiliation again.
At this point, I can't get an erection unless she's humiliated.
She's got to laugh when
she's got to laugh at me. She's got to shame me, and she's just got to criticize the hell out of my
turned that one on its head, didn't you?
Yeah. So that's a new thing. That's what's been going on in my life.
That's hot.
So I mean, anyway, about filters.
Power couple.
Yeah. Hashtag relationship goals. I just start hashtagging that on the most
random
ridiculous things now. Hashtag relationship.
It's good.
goals.
Hashtag blessed for no reason.
I think whenever I see that.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah. Whenever I see that, I think I appreciate people's support and I agree with them. Krissy and I have a phenomenal relationship. But I think anytime someone says, again, like, when you see a single photo and take that as representative of
just because you're holding hands, that relationship
hashtag
awesome.
relationship goals.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, I'm like, what? That's
it doesn't mean like 5 minutes before that you were yelling at each other about how bad she farted in the car.
Oh, God.
Segue.
All right, so we got to make fun of your wiener hair. Now we got to make fun of my butthole. All right, fine. Let's do this.
No, we're not making fun of your butthole because it's a phenomenal butthole. Let's set the record straight. She has a very pleasant anus.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
It's rare in this powerlifting world.
I want a plaque that says that.
You want a plaque?
Yeah.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Okay, well then that's our anniversary
For my
gift.
birthday.
No,
my birthday's sooner. June 21st is my birthday.
I thought our anniversary was.
No? Did you not know my birthday?
I know your birthday. I know your birthday. Okay, well, I'll just give you a gift.
Maybe we can do a butthole bleaching party for the anniversary.
Maybe.
I'm just throwing out ideas.
Or together.
The chocolate mold.
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen that. I've seen that.
I got a lot of mold down there for sure. and chocolate. Yeah. Both.
Well,
deep cheeks.
That's part of the Willy Wonka's magic, I guess.
So anyway, back to her butthole.
Back to her butthole. It's it periodically. I guess I should preface this with there was a long period in our relationship, as there is with any relationship, where who's going to make the first fart move, right? Who's going to fart in front of the other? First?
She told us her poop story last time.
Yeah, and so if. I'm someone who's pretty accommodating. Like I think it's funny when girls fart, and as soon as she caught wind of this,
or broke,
like you think it's funny, huh?
She with impunity. It has been. She will now that she grasped how to make farts make noise, because you're like, oh, they don't make noise. They're just silent. Like, well, you're not. Yeah,
you
not
gotta
trying.
Pressurize.
You gotta push
salva.
Yeah.
The obliques.
And now that she has grasped kind of the orchestral potential of her butt, she's just going for it. And there are some where it's like movie quality.
Oh,
there was one.
She could be a sound woman. You're saying.
we were standing in the kitchen, and she farted so loudly she turned back at me with this look of like horror.
She was nervous.
She was nervous. She was like,
what was that?
I've never had
like a dog waking itself up.
I've never had that sound come out of me before.
And then she sat down and grabbed her knees and started rocking herself because
this is the end of me.
Yeah. Well, I thought it was
pour water on me or something.
Something was even driving down.
I'm deflating.
We're in the middle of a conversation, and she just abruptly starts rolling the window down. She's like, "I'm sorry." And you would think that the 85 miles an hour over the hill I'm not even to catch any whiff of that.
Did you catch whiff?
Oh yeah.
It's thick.
Well, you know what it used to do to him? It used to be that I would fart in the car and then lock the window so we couldn't roll him down. It was hilarious.
But then he started to enjoy that.
Yeah.
Drew, do you think now she's building up ammo on purpose? Like she's having raw broccoli and stuff on purpose? She's trying to get
it's on my diet. A pound of broccoli is on your diet?
Yeah. I would respect it more because I respect the grind.
She's like, let me have a gallon of milk and some broccoli.
Hashtag rise and grind.
Yeah.
From from the day she wakes up, from the moment she wakes up, she's trying to brew something special for me.
Yeah, it might be
some of that cold brew.
I'm gonna start.
But it's I accept her as she accepts me.
I text Jesse Burdick one day, and I not one day. I text him all the time about my poop and my farts. I mean, what else is there to text people about, right? And I texted him, and I'm like, man, my farts are just on fire today. They're so hot,
It's just like temperature-wise?
Yeah, temperature-wise. He's like, text me when they're cold. He goes, because that means you have a fucking problem. I was like, yeah, that actually makes some sense. I guess they should be a little warm, shouldn't they?
The fart doctor.
Yeah,
what talent doesn't he have?
I know.
We're as much doctors.
Remember he's doing sign language? Remember that? He did.
Yeah.
Jesse Burdick did sign language out of nowhere at the booth?
Does he know ASL?
Yeah.
I don't know. He was selling a slingshot with his hands.
Yes.
I was so confused.
Yeah, that's so impressive. That's a really hard
language. We know about you.
Really? That's crazy.
That's a really hard language.
Yeah, we don't know.
That's not easy.
One of those things I felt like, because I've known Jesse forever.
We're like, what?
I thought I maybe probably knew that in the past, but completely put it aside.
I can't even speak English.
Yeah.
It's really good you're on this program, man.
Yeah, that's why I was chosen for the podcast.
You make our ESL listeners feel a lot better about themselves.
ESL?
If he can make it, I can.
IRL, ESL, I'm so confused.
IRL, ESL, AOL,
BRB.
BRB.
I learned all that talk from playing video games.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
ATM.
Really?
We met
language.
these Finnish kids came and visited the gym the other week, and they told Mark and I that
God,
they
that's amazing.
100% learned English through playing video games online.
That's insane.
And you
From
can-
like the headsets?
you
and
could
Yeah,
kinda
maybe.
tell.
Yeah, little kids talking trash to them and stuff.
So
They had
their first words they learned were gay.
yeah, probably. Yeah. You
Well,
fucking
no,
suck.
like player one. Like that's how they kind of learn. Like they're just player
they were
one,
reading
game
start.
over, and start, all that
insane.
shit.
Out of lives.
Yeah.
I got that a lot.
Yeah, once
Lag
they
is death.
once they started blowing up, then they were like, we better learn what the fuck's going on here.
Do a lot of people just come drop in and just show up here?
They'll email us. Yeah.
Yeah, they let us know ahead of time.
And then we
Anybody
kick
ever
them out.
Does anybody
typically.
weird ever just show up?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Tons.
Really?
Everybody that shows up's weird.
Yeah, some of the regulars are like that.
Yeah, most of the regulars. Most of the
weird.
Super Training members
Are
now are
weird.
weird.
They're irregular.
Look at the bar. I mean, I love everyone, but look, it's
The
bar's
we're
low.
not. We're not.
Yeah.
Straight and narrow.
That's right.
Here.
We're definitely not straight.
We get
Look at that.
Hey,
Yeah.
Does it ever end?
I wonder
5,000.
what the record is.
I bet we could look it up.
I'm sure someone will tweet us their record.
don't look that
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Why is that
If
in your
anybody has a
computer?
dick
Tweet
spin
us your
record,
meat spin record.
Tweet your meat spin record. I forgot this isn't live.
Make
I was gonna check my
Make sure
phone.
you hashtag relationship goals.
Meat spin record. Hashtag relationship goals.
Yeah, that guy's stamina is phenomenal. I don't think I've ever done 5,000.
I think
reps of anything.
meatspin.com is live, actually.
Is it?
I don't think it's a recording. I think it's just live sex. It's just over and over and over.
For 16 years.
Talk about love.
That's got to be one of the unenumerated circles of hell.
Yeah.
Never getting there.
Yeah. To be fucked in the ass for eternity.
What do we got going on with Doughnuts and Deadlifts? What's next for you guys?
Like what caused you to decide to create that brand? From a business standpoint, not really just from an inspiration standpoint.
Yeah, so obviously it was a hashtag I used for like a really long time, almost as a joke. And actually what happened was one of my clients sent me a picture of a t-shirt she got made just of the hashtag that just said hashtag Doughnuts and Deadlifts, and she was like, I got this made for you. And I was kind of like, I wouldn't wear that. I thought to myself, like, I'm not gonna, yeah, thanks, and then like I was talking about it to my assistant at the time, and she's like, you should get shirts made. And I said to myself, I'm not going to be that fitness personality that gets shirts made.
Which is a major way that people monetize fitness.
Well, and here's the thing though, you get, I don't want to say names, you get people, you get a lot of like the really famous bodybuilding.com supermodels, like the Ashley Horner girls, or the girls that have, been around for a long time doing that. That works for Ashley Horner. Ashley Horner is in phenomenal shape. She has been around forever. She can make shirts with an outline of her body that say Ashley Horner and sell them, and that's part of her brand.
Right.
And I've never really been that person. I'm not a fitness model. I'm not, and although people tell me I am a brand, I never really like to think of myself that way. So I said to myself, if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this right. And I contacted my buddy, who's a designer, and I said to him, like, do you want to come up with a shirt design, like for fun? I'm going to do one run and just kind of like see how it goes. So we got the Star Wars ones made, because everyone knows about my thing for Star Wars. And so originally they said Krissy Mae Cagney on them at the bottom. And we sold out of those in like an hour or two. And I called them back. And I'm like, I'm going to do this right. I'm going to create an Instagram for it, a Facebook for it. I'm going to create like an online store. I'm not just going to sell it through my personal PayPal. So I did all that, not really knowing what I was doing. He made me the logo, and we just pasted the logo. And what we started out is, we originally didn't even really want to sell anything. We just wanted to be like a lifestyle brand that was like a guide to the best places to donut and deadlift.
Right.
So the Instagram started of us posting pictures of the donut shops we'd go to, because I was traveling to do seminars at the time, and the gyms we'd go to. So it'd be like, this donut shop in this gym, and it started off as like this like mini travel guide thing. And then as the shirts got popular, people would come back and like start commenting like, hey, my friend has this shirt, how do I get one? And I was like, I don't know how to run a fucking apparel business. And my roommate at the time, that was his thing. He sews, so he like makes things. We call him the Keebler Rolf. He makes things and like accessories, and he's very fashiony and would sell them. And he's like, well, I used Big Cartel and Shopify to run my business for years. Like I'll do all the shipping and receiving and like teach you. And it was just kind of like we started making the shirts in a couple different colors, and it just totally took off. And for the first like 3 or 4 months, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I was like, I can't believe this is a thing. And now we have our products being manufactured specifically through us overseas. Like now we're legit, you know. So it's been a learning process. I feel like I have not known what I was doing until like a couple months ago.
Really? Yeah.
We started April or May of last year, and all of last year was just a disaster. Running it out of our apartment. Right. Fuck. It was just, my apartment had like walls of boxes, like that whole downstairs where you've been there, and it was just a fucking madhouse.
But I always feel like that's the most salient point.
I packed and shipped every order by hand for a long time myself.
It was at times it was a really disorganized and messy and inefficient process. But it was iterative. It was we learned by doing. And I think what is that, we're a really enterprise and entrepreneurial generation that has a lot of great ideas, but we have this notion that we have to have every conceivable scenario planned out ahead of time before we can actually act on an idea. And if, having been with Krissy for the past year and seeing the extent to which Doughnuts and Deadlifts has grown, if you have it, if you have a great idea, just start. Just start somewhere and understand that it's going to be an imperfect process. But I think what has differentiated Doughnuts and Deadlifts and differentiated Krissy is that whenever we encountered a problem, it was never catastrophic. It was really every crisis, and using the cliche, was a learning opportunity.
Right.
And from the humble beginnings less than 2 years ago.
Year ago.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And it's...
Well, because I remember when the first time I was on the PowerCast, we had just gotten sweatshirts made. I remember I brought them, and I was so pumped.
I still have it.
I was like, oh my God, we got sweatshirts. Like, I couldn't even believe it. And I remember Mark, like, strung it across the front of the table, and I was sitting here next to Mark Bell, freaking out, hearing him talk about my brand, and I was just like, this is crazy. And it had just started. I remember we were brand new. I think that like our first order of shit had just come in the apartment, and Matthew was at home folding it, like texting me, like, what are we gonna do with all this? And
we slept on boxes for several
years. Oh man, it's really taken off unexpectedly. We now have our full team of sponsored athletes. We have some really solid athletes. We actually flew all the girls in last weekend, so we've got.
I saw Drew was there. That sounds terrible. I saw a picture.
He watched Mean Girls with us.
You pervert.
No, I suggested we watch Mean Girls. And Krissy did not watch Mean Girls with us. So.
She was in the kitchen farting.
Yeah. I was actually showering, my weekly shower.
Which took an hour and a half.
Good thing there's no drought over there. You guys don't shower until you go back to New York. You guys are really helping California.
We're serious about conservation.
So yeah, we started doing, we're going to start doing like athlete retreats and stuff.
Where at?
We had everyone come to New York City. We're going to do Tahoe next to get everybody there because I kind of singled the girls out. So
the girls get Manhattan. The guys get the greater Reno area.
We're going to Stockton.
Yeah.
Going to bring on
road trip. We put you up in the Best Western in Gilroy.
Hey,
hope you like garlic.
Yeah, garlic capital of the world.
Yeah.
Not during the festival.
Yeah, not
there's
off
nothing.
peak because that shit gets way too expensive.
We hired a summer intern who is a fucking boy genius. He is in high school and college. He was on the powerlifting team in the robotics club. So he's one of those. His name's Ethan, and he's great. So
smarty pants.
Yeah, very smart. So he's going to actually start working on an app because I think we had the idea of doing a travel guide for a really long time. And I was saying to myself, like, a travel guide
of all the different donut shops and all that?
Best donut shops and best gyms. And we were going to, feature gym owners, donut shop owners, stuff like that. Because you would be amazed at how many professional athletes own donut shops.
That's
like
crazy.
hockey players, baseball players, stuff like that.
Baseball guys are fat, I believe.
Yeah,
why is that?
Doughboys in Reno is owned by a guy who played on the Reds for 10 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Barry Larkin, I hope. That'd be sick.
Is it kind of like easy money?
Baseball.
Going to a donut
Barry
shop?
Larkin.
Is that why? You have any idea why?
I have no idea. It's
Like a lot
weird.
of times those guys
of
do
them
things that are
just-
safe, like something they could just put a little money into that makes money.
Well, it's just fried
Like
dough.
a car wash or some shit.
That's like,
you know?
so you know the guy that owns Astro Donuts in DC, Jeff Lockhart, the NHL player?
Yeah, he's
Really
actually
good.
he's a really well.
Yeah, so he said that it was just like like him and a buddy just, wanted to open a donut shop for fun, so.
Is that something you guys might want to do?
Yeah, so.
Oh, cool.
Can I just give it away?
Yeah,
away,
Anthony
give it away,
Kiedis,
give
go
it away.
ahead.
Wait, give what away?
So
What is she talking
so
about?
So the next
It.
goal is we have Black Iron Gym in Reno, and so in the up and coming area, Reno Midtown, where it's very foodie, cultured, awesome.
Black Iron Donuts.
Yeah, exactly.
There you
Black
go.
Iron Donuts. So we have a really cool concept in mind. Funny how opening a donut shop is more expensive than opening a gym. Those fryers are not cheap.
Yeah.
So the gym costs about $150,000 or so. Donut shops is going to actually cost more, so I need to kind of save back up again.
Yeah.
But so the intern actually, we're talking because he knows how to kind of like do app development.
So what if you have like a Donuts and Deadlifts membership or membership to your gym?
Yeah.
And then you go to the donut shop.
Yeah.
You get any sort of discount?
Yeah.
You get a deal?
We'll
There's
ti- yeah,
specials
we'll
going
tie-
on?
We'll tie it all in.
There we go.
Yeah, exactly. So we're excited about that. But yeah,
Or maybe somebody's eating too many donuts and you're like, here.
You gotta do
Free
gas, Black
membership.
Iron.
start rationing it.
Yeah.
Someone's coming in the donut shop too much. We're like, we have a gym.
You can have a
Right.
donut hole.
It works on both ends.
You can only be a member to both, not one or
Right.
the other.
Yeah,
That'd be awesome. It's like a club. It's like a secret society.
except not at all now.
Yeah, there's
It is-
100,000
it is-
people
yeah.
just heard.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna develop instead of the.
You're just talking to just us. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, nobody's.
we can
You
edit
guys
this
can
out
edit
later.
this out, right?
Oh, yeah, totally. We'll
we're
get rid
gonna-
of this. No problem.
We're gonna do an app, I think, a Donuts and Deadlifts app of featuring our favorite, best gyms, best donut shops, features on them, kind of like
Cool.
something like that. So that's in store. We got to move Donuts and Deadlifts out of HQ on the East Coast and get it all the way back to Reno because our gym has the space to house Donuts and Deadlifts warehouse and the gym. So everything will be moved back to Nevada. But yeah, we actually kind of had a fun idea of starting to actually combine lifting contests and eating contests.
Sweet.
Yeah, like have like a
Furious Pete would be all
Do
over
you guys
that.
know
shit.
Furious
I
Pete?
do. I know if you.
Oh, he'll shit on people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so
Jacked.
we
We'll get him down here.
Yeah, we were thinking about kind of doing something like that too. And everyone keeps telling me I need to sponsor a competitive eater.
Furious.
Yeah.
He's the man.
I
Really?
have.
Yeah, he's
Is he
awesome.
a legit competitive eater?
He
yeah.
owns
He
like
competes?
5 Guinness
Oh, yeah.
World
Really?
Records.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he
That's
he
awesome.
benches 400, deadlifts 650.
He's a strong
Get a
dude.
hold of him.
He's amazing.
I remember watching like an MTV True Life. I'm a competitive eater, like years ago,
Yeah.
and developing like a real appreciation. I'm like, well, like I may be actually receptive to consider this a sport because the guys who are at the top, like
They're nuts.
they train.
They
Yeah, the guys were like working out. And
They
shit,
train.
like lifting.
Yeah.
It's they're not just the big fat guys are not the dominant athletes in that
Right.
sport. It's generally like, well, like okay, like there's a there's periodization, there's an off season.
Yeah, they can
There's
only
a
eat
pair
a
of
certain amount of
programs,
time.
yeah.
You look at Kobayashi. Kobayashi was like
Kobayashi, yeah.
was a ranked powerlifter in
He
Japan.
was jacked.
Yeah. It's crazy.
So
It's fucking
I'm
cool.
much respect to the
Yeah.
competitive eaters out
Something
there.
with Furious's jaw too. He we were at In and Out, and he just hands me his camera. He's like, "Yeah, let's film this." I was like, "All right." He takes like a triple double or a double double or something, and his jaw looks like it unlocks, and he just goes like,
That's hot.
"Yeah, yeah." Listen, folks,
Hey, now.
and he literally just takes like one finger and just like slips it into his mouth, and he was done.
Like who's that cartoon character? One from I would gladly
The
pay
bulimic
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
gladly pay you Tuesday for a
Popeye.
hamburger
Is Popeye?
today. Yeah, no,
Wimpy.
Popeye.
Wimpy, just
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah, burger
Popeye.
today for a burger tomorrow.
Yeah,
He said something like that.
Drew actually has some skills with what he can fit in his mouth.
Yeah,
Really?
It's not unhinging my jaw. It's just fear of losing.
True.
Like I will jam an entire maple bar in my
True,
mouth at
and
once.
the place in Reno.
That's pretty
Doughboys,
big.
their
You can
donuts
handle me, buddy.
Yeah, their maple bars
Plus
are huge.
plus the
Drew can
frosting.
Drew
Plus
can
a
get
regular
the whole
donut.
thing in his mouth.
That's actually kind of when you fell in love with me.
Yeah, that's what did it.
That is
Drew,
kinda
what else you like to do other than lift and eat
Go to
donuts?
art shows.
Go to art shows. Only when I'm trying to impress girls, though. I like to collect vinyl.
Any weird habits?
Any oh god.
No, not weird habits, but you into music or books or
Yeah.
movies
We're
or
Boobies?
avid readers.
movies.
Oh,
yeah.
And boobies. He's obviously into boobies.
Yeah.
He's knee deep into boobies.
Yes.
And the littler I get, the bigger they get.
Yeah,
so
which
it's
is
awesome.
great. The older I get, they stay the same age. So that's good.
I'm so confused.
All right. Interstellar, overrated. That's an old. I didn't enjoy that film. I'm sorry.
Anyways, hobbies.
Movies, and not liking movies that most people like.
What about the new Star Wars?
She's all about that.
You're not excited?
We're gonna fucks with the new one.
Whoa! You speak for yourself, because I'm a huge fan of Han. I'm really excited.
All right.
I'm really excited.
You're not excited? I'm excited as shit.
They're back together.
Yeah.
They're back together.
I'll see it. I don't know.
I'm excited.
He and Chewie are back together.
Yeah.
He knows about Leia.
Carrie Fisher, the years haven't been kind to her.
No, they have not. No.
Mark Hamill's not looking bad, but Carrie Fisher.
Mark Hamill never looked good.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
He didn't start from.
Yeah.
There was no summit for him to tumble down.
Yeah. Well, and then he had that big car accident between Star Wars and Empire Strikes Back. They had to put his face back together.
Really?
Oh, see, I didn't know that because he looked like a toad in when he's crying to his dad. I didn't know that. I'm sorry, Mark Hamill. I didn't mean that.
I apologize.
Yeah, that's bad.
They had to put his nose back on.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's sad. I could have loaned him some of mine.
Yeah. Exactly.
Surplus of schnoz.
Yeah, he would have been way
About
more handsome.
1979, I think.
Yeah, it's a little 10 years too early.
Yeah. Anything?
No, I really do enjoy
video
movies.
games. Okay.
I'm not much of a video gamer.
We read a lot of books.
Yeah, we do. We
read to each other.
We read a lot.
I have a little problem with buying books.
She buys a lot of books and then reads them in a non-sequential fashion, and then forgets that she read a book, and then will probably order it again. So her Amazon cart's a little.
Our book people come over and look at our bookshelf. They're like, "Whoa, have you read all those?" I'm like, "Not even half."
Shit.
You guys probably saw.
I was
Did you notice?
too busy looking at the cool Star Wars poster in the kitchen.
Oh yeah, how cool is that?
Amazing.
That is amazing.
Funny story about how I got that.
Does Drew know?
I think you told me once and I forgot.
The guy that
It might not be that funny.
He
Yeah.
paints.
Might be illegal.
I went to a like a Comic-Con type of situation. In
Nerd now.
Oh, is this the one where you?
I got wasted and I was making out with the guy.
Okay, so the listener at home, tweet at the PowerCast, tweet at Krissy Mae Cagney. Your guess is for which cast member of Boondock Saints Krissy made out with?
Oh,
that's a great
there's
movie.
A picture in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know what's funny about that one is
Did you notice the pic? Did you?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Did you
is
see it?
Rocco. That was Rocco's signature, and apparently he knew and drew a heart above the person that she had canoodled
We'll give
with.
you a hint. It wasn't Norman Reedus. Wish it was, but it wasn't.
Daryl's a badass. Phantom's like a motherfucker.
So yeah, I got a little wasted one night and made out with Sean Patrick Flannery.
Oh.
This was back when I was like blonde and 125 pounds. So I go to this tattoo.
was he.
Do you see why I'm insecure?
I
Jesus.
I go back.
Her list is way more impressive than mine.
I go back to this tattoo convention. Like it was like 4 years later. I didn't think he was gonna recognize me. I'm tattooed and brown hair now, and I walk up to their table. And Boondock Saints is one of my favorite movies. I'm getting all their signatures. They're looking at me kind of weird, and I was like, this is awkward. So he signs a paper or his picture and hands it back to me. He's like, good to see you again. And I was mortified. I ran away as fast as I could, and I was so embarrassed. And then I had never noticed, but Drew was looking at all their signed pictures, and Drew's like, why is there a heart above Sean Patrick? It was Rocco's picture that he had signed, but he put a little heart because there's a picture of the three of them above Sean Patrick Flannery. I'm like, they were totally fucking talking about it.
Which is hilarious.
Yeah.
Which is absolutely hilarious.
Super embarrassing.
But yeah, no, I enjoy movies. We're both big, big readers. The weather in New York hasn't been really conducive to getting outside a lot, but now back home in Reno and Tahoe, I get out at every opportunity I can. It's like being outdoors. Big kind of independent music fan. It was ironic. I was a bouncer for a lot of years, and I worked at hipster bars, and it was funny because I like to think that my hipster music credentials were a lot better than the people who seem to think that that having muscles disqualifies you from having any interest in things beyond lifting iron up and putting it back down.
Right, like our boy Matt Vincent. He's a pretty big hipster.
He just
God! Do you see his new haircut?
Yes, I did.
It looks good.
Well, it looks better. I wouldn't say it looks good.
Speaking of social media, he is prolific.
Yeah, he's going crazy.
But you know what? It does make me feel good when he'll the post will be something unrelated, but he'll always tag me.
Yeah, he just tagged all of us in this picture of coffee.
He loves us.
He's the best.
Tell him we all hate him.
Intermittently. So I think that maybe we're losing the love, and so occasionally I have to, send him a text telling him how much I love him.
I'm going to purposely never like another one of his posts.
Just to be sure.
Never.
Where's the hate button?
I'm going to stop following him, too.
Let's make an app that so you can hate, hate button. Fuck.
Did you guys think HIV the first time you saw it too? Because that's how we reacted.
No, I got it more immediately, but I totally get it.
We had read his book though.
Yeah, I read his book before it came out too.
Right? Yeah.
It's like one of the best intros or whatever the book. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, it's really
Strength
good.
Lab.
I will definitely if I ever do write an ebook, I'm gonna kind of model it after how he put that together. He's an incredibly intelligent guy.
Well, it cracks off with a brutal self-examination, really.
Yeah.
Like not everybody can do that.
Which he should, because he's a fat owl.
He is a fat owl.
He's listening
fat
right
owl.
now.
He might be the most self-deprecating world champion in something.
No, 100%.
I've ever met. He's like, I just throw rocks in the field.
Yeah, that's the very first time I ever talked to him. He's like, there's nothing impressive about what I do. I just throw rocks in the field and they happen.
Yeah, and qualifies for American Open and has an elite powerlifting total and everything else.
And he's a great athlete. Yeah. He's really well-rounded and round.
And if anyone has the chance to spend, a couple days in Iceland with Matt Vincent, it'll change your whole perspective on shit.
Yeah, there you go.
No, he's an exceptional guy. And again, I think he, what has kind of been a roundabout theme of our discussion is, not making snap judgments about people. As Matt Vincent is, if you only saw him in a competitive context, you would be missing out a lot about what makes Matt Vincent a truly outstanding individual.
Although his pink socks are a definite clue.
They do. They kind of give that away.
You've never seen him compete, have you, Smelly?
No.
Yeah, he's like
he competes right by here, the finals or whatever.
Pleasanton has a big.
Pleasanton has a world championship, I think.
Yeah. We have one out here. That's a smaller one that he does, and then Pleasanton's a big one. But he's like a WWE wrestler out there. He's fucking screaming. He's all drunk and acting a fool. Yeah, he's great.
He goes stone cold on everybody.
Yeah, he's great.
So, Krissy, you just competed up at Jesse Burdick's contest.
Yeah.
How'd that go for you? And did you kind of do the numbers you expected?
It went well. The thing is I only think I'm as strong as my weakest lift. So I know I'm not a strong bencher. And I think there's times where because I'm not a strong bencher, I doubt myself in my squat and my deadlift. So I was very modest with my squat. And Jesse got kind of frustrated with me. He's like, when are you going to actually start trying? And so I did 275 on my squat, and there was definitely another, 15 or 20 pounds in the tank. But I went 3 for 3, and then my bench I went 3 for 3, and ended up with like 143. And then you refed my deadlift.
Yeah.
308 went up easy, and I told Jesse I didn't want to go 330. He's like, you're going to 330, and I couldn't pull 330, and then I pulled it a couple days later in the gym. But
you pulled like 350 or so. He said maybe it's your best something like that?
Ever, yeah. So, unfortunately, something weird happened to my back after that meet. So
I like that analogy. Something weird happened.
Yeah, something.
I say that all the time. Like,
it's because I don't know what I don't know what happened. We kind of know what happened now. So I actually
was Drew involved.
I told her she could do it, and she put her back into it.
And then injuries happened.
Yeah. That's what happens.
Here we are.
Drew, you can't be banging her that long the night before. I mean, you can, but
2 minutes. Wow, we're gonna hit 10,000. I'm proud of us, gang. I am really proud of us.
So
57
racking
minutes
up
of
them points.
I had to back out of the May 9th meet, and then I was going to compete in Reno on May 30th, but I opted to try to get healthy first, then try to push it. I think I could compete in it right now and do okay, but I'd rather just pump the brakes a little. I already qualified for nationals in October,
cool.
So
Pennsylvania or something?
Yeah, I might do a meet before then, or I might not. I don't know.
When you were preparing for the meet, you were dropping some weight from a while back, right? Like, did you drop like 15, 20 pounds or something like that?
30.
Yeah, that's really hard to drop 30 pounds. And did you at least keep some of the strength, or
my squat went down and my bench went down a little bit. My deadlift actually went up. I think it's
so. Do you think like for a girl your size, like a 10-pound shift in body weight can be okay and still maintain strength? But once you kind of get beyond that point, it starts to get a little weird.
I think it depends on your height, because I'm 5'8", and 10 pounds isn't a lot for me. Like I fluctuate between high 140s to high 150s.
And if you're like 5'2" and you're like 110, but you drop 10 pounds, that can really cost you.
That's a huge difference. So I think for me, what I've noticed recently is when I dip below 150, the strength starts to go, you know?
Right.
So I try to kind of hover right around there. And that's just for me personally, because I noticed once I dipped under 165, I lost a ton of strength. So I think I have that 15-pound range, and then I know now once I get under 150, it kind of drops again. But I think I'm just a more technically sound lifter now. Like, you've seen how much better I've gotten the past year or so. I look back at some of my
Drew's fucking awesome at squatting.
Oh, yeah.
He's a fucking...
Well, his form and all the lifts are pretty damn good, but his strength in the squat is ridiculous.
Well, the thing is, when I'm standing upright, I'm still below parallel.
Oh, that's a gift.
He's got
some little chubby femurs there.
Yeah, I got some drumsticks.
Well, you know, everybody always wants to point to, like, when somebody's, you know, good at a certain lift, someone will say, oh, you guys got short femurs or whatever, but it's powerlifting.
Right.
And you have to be able to be good in 3 lifts, and there's going to be somewhere it's going to trip you up. Like maybe in a deadlift, maybe your arms aren't super long.
Yeah, I'm not a great deadlifter. What makes me a great squatter in terms of my proportions, even though I'm only 5'8", I have a really exceptionally long torso. 5'7" 3/4, rounded up. Even though I have really short arms and exceptionally long torso. So even though I'm 5'8", the association, oh, you're so short, that means shorter distance to travel. Well, you know, relative to my height, that bar is having to travel a long way to lock out from the floor.
Yeah, I don't know why people don't accept it in powerlifting or even weightlifting, but in the NBA or NFL they do. Like, look, Mike and Drew, you guys are 5'8", 200 pounds. You're not going to the NBA, guys. We're like, you're right.
But Nate Robinson did.
Right.
Yeah, I have long arms. And that helps my deadlift, but it definitely hinders my bench, you know, and it's just something I have to deal with and learn how to
You got to build up those pipes like Smelly.
Yeah.
Smelly's got pretty long arms.
You got to work out every day.
Got to work out every day?
Every single day.
For those of you that are just listening to the podcast, you can't see, but Drew has an exceptionally large unit as well as huge quads. So when Krissy was laughing at him, it wasn't because of the lack of size, right?
Right.
Let's just clear that up.
Yeah, so you're saying...
I just want to make sure.
This is how pernicious rumors get started on the internet.
Yeah, I want to make sure. Yeah.
There is nothing remarkable about my penis.
So Mark,
what's remarkable about my penis is the effort.
Oh, hey.
Your penis is built a lot like you are.
Yeah.
It's that hairy?
It's at times if it's not attended to.
Does it look like it's wearing a wig and a Reebok hat?
We should get it a little Reebok hat.
Get
a little Reebok hat. Why can't it be a big
why not? That was rude.
I mean,
that was rude.
I don't know how receptive.
And now this.
I don't know how receptive the good people at Reebok are to dig hats.
Dickhats.com.
If of all the ideas I've had today, I think that one is one.
I think as long as you're willing to put CrossFit on it.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I mean, she seems pleased with my penis.
Oh, hey,
that's all that matters to me.
Yeah, I had a string of weird dicks before Drew. I did. There was funny.
Can I get a normal dick around here for Christ's sake?
Funny story. Can't say names, but you guys.
Well, you can.
You guys are fairly good friends with one of the people. I'm not going to say it on the air.
Mr. Burdick.
No.
Jesse, I'm going to sign you the angriest message later.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I have a friend who speaks sign language. She's going to translate for me.
Yeah, you guys actually know one of them. So I had this string of weird dicks for a while, and so it was like the first time Drew and I were
We don't know anyone with weird dicks, thank you. All our friends have normal dicks.
I remember the first time Drew and I were hooking up, I was like, oh, God, please don't have a weird dick. And I was so happy. I was so happy.
I mean, that doesn't really speak much to how exemplary my penis is, and the bar is that low.
Normal, average.
I just want something straight.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. She just damned you with faint praise, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I know my limitations. I know where if we're talking about exploring your strengths and mitigating your weaknesses, and like I'm a great squatter. I'm not a great deadlifter. My penis is what I lack in length. I make up for in circumference.
Pure hustle.
And hustle, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm that garbage minutes
hustling.
player.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm a utility guy. I like I like to think.
Turned off.
One of my favorite players.
Hello, there I am.
My favorite players is Ozzie Smith.
Oh, what sport? I've never even
baseball.
heard of. Oh, baseball. See, I don't know baseball.
Ozzie Smith had about 9 career home runs. But he was a hell of a glove.
Hard worker, good defender.
To clarify, I can
he did all those flips and shit.
Lenny Dykstra. I think if I were to compare my penis to any great belt, it would be Lenny Dykstra. He didn't have Hall of Fame
I was going to say Pete Rose, but
Yeah, I'll take your knees out.
Yeah.
You know,
Charlie Hustle.
Yeah, Charlie. But you know, it's one of those things. He's not going to give you overwhelming numbers, but he's great to have in the locker room. And you know,
great penis in the locker room.
Guys like to play with him. And,
wait a second. Are we always the same thing?
He always tap you on the back and pick you up.
He may not always hit it out of the park, but he's going to put it in play.
Put it in play, buddy.
Put it in play.
If he's overworked, he might just throw up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. You gotta be careful.
But he's going to come. He's going to come back at it too.
That's right.
He's going to empty the contents of his stomach out on the field and gotta get some more.
Get right back
and,
in.
You know,
there.
I think that's
balls are still in play.
As in training, as in life, as in the bedroom. I'm just there to give it 100% of the 60% God gave me.
Wait a second. That's some real math.
That is. I don't know what it amounts to.
We need your intern to figure this out.
But
Ethan, where are you?
I got a really hot, smart girlfriend, so whatever percentage it is enough to lock that down.
Can we have her on the podcast?
60% of the time it works.
Every time.
Hey, no.
Yeah.
So when's your next powerlifting meet? Enough of this dick talk.
The next for sure one is nationals, but I'm signed up for the Liberty Games on July 11th.
Very cool.
Yeah. So
where are your numbers now with some of your lifts?
About where they were from the last meeting.
Okay,
it was right after that I got hurt. I actually
you said you hurt your back.
I think I've benched
something weird happened.
Twice. Yeah, something weird happened. So my deadlift's up around 350, I think, which is I pulled 315 beltless for 3 the other day.
You got to come here to Super Training and train with Sandy, Silent Mike's girlfriend.
Yeah, we trained a couple times.
Yeah.
Back when you guys were at she did awesome at the meet.
Yeah, she did great.
She lifted some weights.
Yeah.
She kicked some ass. She did good.
Yeah, she did fucking really good, man.
Are you lifting in knee wraps or knee sleeves?
Your sleeves. Only your sleeves.
Knee sleeves.
That was slick.
Yeah, you like how I kind of worked that in there?
Kinda, yeah.
Have you ever tried on knee wraps before?
No, Tony told me he wanted me to try. I haven't tried it.
Yeah, it's crazy. They kind of like throw you all over the place. Not sure what the hell to do.
Yeah.
You've worn knee wraps before, probably, right? You probably mess with them.
Yeah, I mean, really just the Insner ones, the Sacktown throwdown.
Right.
Would you squat like 5? Well, you squatted 550. That was just a knee sleeves, though, right?
Yeah. That was the pink crop top days.
Yeah.
Right. It was
damn. That was hot.
The Space Kittens.
The Space Kittens, yes,
Yeah.
Space Cats.
Have you ever done a powerlifting meet before, Drew?
No,
I
have not.
Him.
But we did agree that after the season, there's one in November.
The American Open's in Reno.
Okay.
In December.
I can be persuaded because it gives us an opportunity to do something together.
Aww. So yeah, actually, the American Open for USAW and USAPL is in good old Reno this year. First weekend of December. So.
First weekend in December.
Yeah.
Come train at Super Training. We'll all go up and cheer little Drew on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not so little in the bedroom.
160% last time I checked.
Yeah. Middling. Aggressively average. Oh, we're about to hit 10,000.
Yeah, we're getting close.
What is going on at the bottom of the screen?
What do you mean it's gone? That's
discoloration.
When we visit other websites and Google tracks your internet habits, and then anytime we go to a website, there's always a porn sidebar on it when we're on your computer. That's what's happening right now.
Stop.
What?
As we start to close this thing out. Krissy, what are some of the key elements to you becoming so popular over the last several years on the social media side of things?
It used to be because I posted a lot of very risque pictures.
Me and Drew do that, and we don't have the same following.
Yeah,
I feel like
not at all.
And then
followers.
I used to be one of those people that was like a total foodie, and I was only posting food pictures, and then it seems like recently,
food pictures and pictures of your butt,
right? And
basically.
But recently, I found once I got sober. And I was more human. I don't know. I just always try to be.
You woke up and you were like, "Oh my God, all those photos!"
I just try to be really relatable, and I try to make every post I have something to offer, like to hope to have somebody take something away from it. So I just try to be very honest and very forward and informative or funny or something. So once I started truly being myself on social media, everything really took off.
You try to just take your time with it and have something that, like you said, someone can take something away from.
Yeah, I believe in quality over quantity. I think if I was more of a quantity person and I was posting everything all the time, I think my following would be even larger, because I found like a lot of the girls who have 6,000 Instagram posts have huge followings, and that's because there's more content for more people to see likes. But I think that
it's more draining from you if you're posting and you're putting a lot of time into it.
Right. And then I like to answer back to people who ask me questions.
Right.
I'm very interactive with people who follow me. I try to answer everyone's questions or comment back. And I only have like about maybe an hour a day to sit and do that.
Right.
So if I'm posting multiple times, it gets tough. But
in terms of like getting traction and having your audience mean something to you, that's really important.
Exactly.
You can just build and build and build, and maybe you can get to like 300,000 followers or something like that. But if only 50,000 of them really care about you because you respond to their posts and stuff, then it really doesn't matter as much. You know, if you're responding to them, like you said, that means a lot more to those people.
Right. And I've never been that post a half naked picture with an inspirational quote girl like a lot of these fitness models. I'm like, what's the point? Yeah. And it's like
I love when you see that from a girl who's already thin and they're like, I'm not ashamed of my body, and you're like, what?
That's because you're smoking hot.
Yeah, because you're a fucking 10 and you're probably born that way. What the fuck is this about?
Here's the quote from R.M. Drake, and then here are my tits.
Yeah. What the hell? Well, that would be nicer, actually.
Yeah.
Boobstagram.
Boobstagram. Titstagram.
Instagram. See, I just try to make I don't know. I like quality, and I like to have something to offer to people, and I find that when I'm not, I don't ever just post a picture with 40 hashtags,
Right.
I never use hashtags ever. And so I think that
Are you judging me?
Do you use hashtags?
Tons.
Really?
Yeah, he's
but I will say this: if you're selling something and you have a product, then it makes sense.
We can make excuses
for you guys with Slingshot.
Right.
Yeah,
or I'm thirsty.
It's you guys creating.
Searches.
It's you creating product awareness for your brand.
Right.
So that with Doughnuts and Deadlifts, I will use hashtags, and I use the hashtag feature because I go through and I'll like anyone that's ever hashtag donut or CrossFit.
Right.
And it builds that brand awareness. So with Doughnuts and Deadlifts, I whore the shit out of it. I'll post like 10 posts in a day. With my own personal one.
How do you feel about her using that word whore, Drew?
Hashtag hustle.
Yeah, there you go.
Hashtag,
so
hashtag
at all costs.
Hashtag make the paper. Throw some mo. I don't know what all the kids are saying these
Fleek.
days.
Yeah, Fleek.
That's what
I
they
still
say.
don't even know how to
On
spell
Fleek.
fleek.
I thought it was like a lot of ships.
No, it's a fleet. That's a fleet.
Yeah.
An old wooden ship.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a pirate. I don't know.
The northern fleek is in the Gulf of Cadiz.
Yeah, like that.
Yes.
That sounded perfect.
Yes. Well, I have a face for radio and a voice for one.
Hey now.
Yes.
Where can people find you guys? Besides here at Super Training.
Oh.
In your front yard.
Is this where I say my address?
Send all your panties to.
Yes.
Remember the socks we talked about?
Send all your camo chonies.
You can find me on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter, Krissy Mae Cagney.
Okay, well, you have other accounts too. At Doughnuts and Deadlifts, at Krissy Mae Cagney, at Krissy_Mae.
That's my black and white feed.
That's her everything black and white, very classy.
Yeah.
Or Black Iron Gym. Instagram.
At black.iron.gym.
Yeah, because some fucker already had Black Iron Gym taken.
What the fuck?
And he's never even posted anything.
Ah, God.
Yeah.
Yeah, the gym is in the Sparks area off of Gregg Street. It's adjacent, right off of McCarran, which is kind of the main thoroughfares. It's near one of the Purina manufacturers.
Oh, so free water when you join your gym. Is that what you're saying?
Purina's the dog food.
Oh, fuck.
But also a benefit.
Isn't there a Purina water filter?
Pure with the little
Ina.
Yeah.
After.
Aquafina? I don't know.
But
Phenoplex?
Yeah.
So free puppy chow, you're saying?
Basically.
Okay.
Which is always a plus.
Yeah.
And then also on Facebook, Black Iron Gym. I'm at D Canavero. Good luck spelling that. Or pronouncing it.
Just go to my page.
Yeah, the Drewstagram, as people call it.
Yeah, when I kind of got this boyfriend and quit posting pictures of my boobies and started posting pictures of this.
Dudes were pissed.
Yeah, how has that impacted you? Has your sales just been just down since he's been around?
If I'm being completely honest, my sales on like my ebooks and stuff have gone down a little bit.
Drew, you son of a bitch.
But you know what it is though? I don't think it's because I think it's because I'm more focused on important things than trying to like sell my shit.
The opportunity costs of getting, an above average penis is declining book sales. I mean, that's
give and take.
Tale as old as time.
Give and take.
What always
She's looking at them sales and looking at you like, he's on the break,
It always kills me though that guys like get pissed off when some chick that they're never going to meet and they have no shot at is suddenly unavailable.
Right? They're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That's like I think I
shouldn't be surprised.
I think I mentioned this on the last podcast about that dude that was like, I'm really happy for you that you're happy, but I miss it when you were posting half naked pictures of your swimsuit. I was like, good for you.
I mean, I appreciate the honesty.
Did those half-naked pictures, they disappear? I mean, you can probably still look them up, right?
Yeah, you can go back. I mean,
screen cap them.
I'm sponsored by, here's a shameless plug, Savage Swim. And so all those, bikini pictures with my ass hanging out. Wu-Tang actually posted one on their...
There you go.
Woo mommy.
Yeah, Wu-Tang on their Facebook, their official Facebook page posted a picture of me.
Drew, what's that like?
Naked.
She's in the limelight. She's got these dudes chasing after her. She probably gets weird emails and all kinds of weird shit, right?
Yeah, well, she's only gotten one unsolicited dick video on Instagram, which we opened together.
So I don't check the Instagram DMs, and every now and then we'll
You're
check
like, Krissy, is this like something you're normally doing? What's going on?
It was just this dude just jacking his dick.
Mike, can you stop sending those?
Yeah, my bad. I meant to send it to
It's
Drew.
a weird looking dick, man.
Drew even goes. Drew even's like, he doesn't even have a good dick.
Yeah. He didn't use a flattering light either. 10,000. We did it.
Podcast over.
Yeah, we're done. No, I mean it's annoying when guys are disrespectful. I don't think it's guarded information.
You mean disrespectful because she has a boyfriend, or you mean disrespectful to a female, period?
No.
Disrespectful to a female, period.
Just being a pig,
basically. I think it's humorous when, I think the guy's like, oh, God, if you were single, marriage proposal. I'm like, oh, I don't disagree with you. She's definitely a catch. I think it's when people are... when they're a pig, or they just make these really sexist or just really inappropriate comments that
or you're like, where's that going to get you?
Or I'm posting from across the street.
Yeah, it's like some dudes say stuff like that guy the other day is like, oh, I want to buy you a ring and a house, and I want to be like, what did you think when you post that? Did you think I was going to be like, this is the man for me? I'm going to leave everything and come be with you because of that.
I think he's really serious about that.
Yeah.
But you did check his profile.
Yeah,
I didn't
made sure he had
click it.
abs
Did you?
and a normal
I didn't
wiener.
look.
Huh? I mean,
You run the credit check.
I'm sure he could.
Yeah, and then we have a couple people who are so-called friends who are persistent with me, and it's kind of annoying for both
Mark.
of us.
Sorry.
No, Mark, we already understand. Everyone at this table shares these.
We're real friends.
Real recognize real.
Yeah. Lenny Dykstra wasn't selfish. He was an unselfish player. You guys are all in my all-star team.
Son of a bitch. All right.
Oh, my God.
I think that's it from us.
This was awesome. You look away like,
we just wasted your time. An hour and 15 minutes.
How are we going to put an hour and 15 worth of content on there? But we always do.
That meat spin is still going.
All right.
Multiply your hustle, multiply your muscle, and may all your shits be tapered. I'm at Mark Smellybell on the Instagrams and the Twitters. And check out my YouTubes. I got lots of new shit on there. YouTube.com/SuperTrainingO6.
You can find me at Silent Mike with 2 Ks on Instagram and Twitters.
I'm Jim McD, STTV, everywhere that I want you to find me. And people are finding me on Facebook, which is okay, too. Follow the show on Instagram at Mark Bell's PowerCast, Twitter at STJimSack, Facebook.com/SuperTrainingGym. And my YouTube is YouTube.com/SuperTrainingTV. And we'll see you next time.
Subscribe to Power Magazine at thepowermagazine.com. If you choose the digital edition, you can catch up on all the great back issues, take your training to the next level with Slingshot products at howmuchyoubench.net, and look for BSN products including NO Explode at bodybuilding.com. Mark Bell's PowerCast is a production of supertraining.tv.